Can you hear me, guys? Can you see the chart? Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. I need a secretary, basically. If anybody wants to volunteer for the job. I've been actually on Facebook, I'm trying to work out a way where we can sort of get some live chat and interaction going through the day. Obviously, myself and the other bloggers on the site are posting our views, not our recommendations, because we're not allowed to put in chart recommendations, but we're obviously putting in our views, etc. But once they're set, then obviously we don't have any more interaction with you, or we don't have any interaction with you apart from if you sort of chat back to us. So this morning I've just been I've put something onto the Samurai Trader blog, actually, if you do want to contact me, and I'm just going to set up a chat room and just interact through the day, basically, with everybody. Okay, let's get to the job at hand. Obviously, the QE yesterday slightly more than the market anticipated. We're looking for a print at 500. We've got a print at 600. I take it most of you guys are watching the action at the time. It was extremely choppy. I was long cable, long euro dollar at the time. The initial reaction was good, came back, looked like it was going to stop them out, and then the candles reversed and they obviously went higher, and the trends continued this morning. There's a lesson to be learned. If you are going to trade the figures, with all chart analysis, you have to wait for your candles to close, and we're obviously looking at Japanese candlestick. You have to wait for those candles to close. If you're using daily charts, hourly charts, 5-minute charts, you have to wait for that candle to close. Now, I trade off 1 hour charts, and at one point, euro dollar looked like it was going to give us an engulfing red to the downside, and it just turned and went all the way back. And that shows you the power of time frames. Okay, the daily time frame has been strongly bullish for some time. Okay, and then getting down into that hourly time frame, it looked bearish, but when it closed, it turned into a bullish candle, and it took us higher. And obviously, we know what's happened today. So let's get this actually on the yen on it here at the moment. Cover 12 currency pairs. I cover indices as well. I don't trade the indices, but I like to keep an eye on them, especially for my cross yen trade. Okay, let's stick up cable. Okay, a basic chart here. Okay, what I'm looking at, I'm looking at support and resistance. I'm looking at trend, and I'm looking at price action. My settings on here are 15 EMA, the black line. Okay, the red line is a 62 EMA, and the dotted thin black is a 248 EMA. This is used similar to 200 SMA, which a lot of long-term traders look at. I look at this to decide for my long-term trend, and these are my intraday signals, if you like. The 15 becomes the 62 as you break it down into time frames. 62 becomes the 248, etc. So they all do the same job through different time frames. Okay, the only other indicator that I've got on here is the RSI. Now you can get trading paralysis where you try and develop yourself a system, and you end up putting so many different indicators onto a chart that you literally can't trade, because you'll look for 9, maybe 10 different signals to appear before you pull a trigger, and basically by the time you get in, it's far too late. Okay, what you want to be looking for is you want to be looking for the way of the trend, okay, and the signal, fib levels, etc., to put you in the trend, and then hopefully to keep you in the trend and to give you your target. I don't get in at the start of the trend. I do look to try and take my profit where I think the end of the trend is coming to fruition. Okay. The RSI, again, I like indicators to be forward indicators. Now, a lot of analysts will turn around and say that they don't like indicators because they're lagging. The indicators that I put on my chart are not lagging indicators. Okay, every single indicator on this chart is a forward indicator. Okay, the RSI I use mainly for the 50 line. Okay, so if I'm trading above 50, in other words, this large portion here, okay, then I'm looking for bullish signals. It's not as simple as that. Below the 50, I'm looking for bearish signals. Here, I actually thought was just a retracement, so I actually stood aside for this whole period of time while we were correcting in sterling dollar. You've got to keep your eyes open and your thoughts about where the market's open to. I know lately we've been asked to try and forecast where we think currency pairs are going to go sort of next week, next month. Sometimes it can change on the flip of a coin. But until a trend change has been confirmed for me, then I'm still looking at that trend, and I'm using longer time frames to convince me and to reassure me that I'm trading in the correct direction. Okay, weekly candles. Okay, these are the daddies. Okay, these give us a real oomph and a push going into the next week. If we see rejection candles, if we see engulfing candles, okay, a good indication that we're either going to get a trend change or a trend correction. Okay, here obviously I give a lot of relevance as well to two price rejections. Okay, dojis aren't my favourite setup. If I get two spikes down in one direction and two refusals down to a low, then that's a good signal for me. One standalone doji is not a great signal of a reversal. If I get a doji at a fib level, or I get a doji at my support or resistance, then it's obviously a better signal. But I'd like to see a confirming candle afterwards, and by that I mean what I'd call a confirming body break candle, where it takes out the high of that doji, or I'd like to see another doji to send me in the right direction. And just to explain here, okay, 2 pin bars, warning of a trend reversal, 2 pin bars, warning of a trend reversal. Here we've got 3, okay, the bodies are only small, but it's at my resistance. Remember I said that these EMAs, they're not for crossovers, okay, they're for support and resistance. And here we get 3, it then breaks the body to the downside, moves aggressively lower. Here, this is a double high low close candle formation, unless, just in case nobody knows what that setup is. It's basically when you make a perfect top and she closes below the body of the previous candle. So it's like an engulfing red, okay. Then down towards the support, again 15 EMA is now, instead of being resistance, now becomes support, and then she moves higher. Engulfing green, you take in your bias off these candles, and once you get towards the top, obviously this spinning candle here is showing potential reversal around that level. Now this gave a good signal to go low, but when you get a combination of these moving averages, okay, and here we had a combination, so we had the 62 and the 15 holding as support. It takes a lot of market to push through those two indicators. Okay. Also note that we're still trading above 50. Okay, on this RSI. So it's showing what I've done here. Okay, it's showing that the trend is still to the upside. Notice the touch as well. The RSI touch. It touches, bounces off. Again, we're not into a sell zone. So even though we've got a pullback, we reversed it off our EMAs, engulfed the previous week's candle, and is now looking bullish again. Looking bullish too, this is obviously my next level that I'm looking to, 164.53, which is 78.6%. An ABC sequence, although I don't think it's going to come in, potentially be up here, okay, 170.95, which will be virtually 100% okay, of this move down. So this is an excellent level of resistance, followed by 16,900, followed by the previous high, which is 17,057. So strongly bullish, put it that way. Okay. You're then breaking it down into your different charts. Just get rid of her. Okay. And again here, okay, 5 up, down is a correction 38.2. Remember, if she is an ABC, then B wave will normally be 38.2 or 50%, which is down around about here. Okay, 38.2% retracement, and then a move up. Now, an ABC takes us to 164.53, virtually on the button, and that's why I'm obviously attracted. That's why I'm obviously attracted towards the 78.6% level at the moment. Okay. Again here, I don't like to trade in between my my EMAs. So even though it pushed through and it confirmed with a decent down candle, it then held this 62 EMA, okay, as support. It was trading lower, but like I say, until I'm through, I don't like to look at taking sells. Bounces back up, comes back. Again, we get a touch off the 50, okay, off this candle. She closes or moves above the high and then pushes up. Looking strongly bullish in sterling dollar. And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. You don't need hundreds of indicators. I'm looking for long-term moves. My personal account is about 300 pips up. I've got a demo account which is about 700 pips up this week. Not just on cable, euro dollar to euro yen long. I haven't touched dollar Swiss because I think it's a reversal. But we'll talk about. We'll try and get through as many as possible. Okay. So the signals to go long here. Again, I'm breaking it down. So this is then into my 1 hour chart. Okay. 1, 2, 161.8%. Don't expect it to hit the button and come lower. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Okay. On the morning reports that we were doing, we were screaming out, or I was screaming out about the fact that it looked like she was going to break higher, and yeah, if you got above 161, I would have maybe thought that this was just the correction. The Elliott wave will normally at least reach 23.6%. Okay, she came down, she touched here. Okay, and this is when I got this second rejection candle. That's when I put on my first long trade. Okay, in small. I'm not looking at putting too much risk on the table at that point. So I'm putting it on in small, and I'm trying to build a trade because I don't know if she's going to come down to here. What I do know at this point, okay, this is the 2nd of November. I'm going to go back to my daily chart. Okay, this is 2nd of November. What do I know here? I know that this is my support. Okay, I know that 159.10 is where I could potentially see a bounce. So what I'm trading above, I'm looking for longs. Okay, going back to your hourly. Okay, so here, notice that the 248 doesn't come in exactly the same as the 15. Okay, it's just to give you an idea. It's not a million miles off. I mean, at that point, 159.10. What is it, about 15 ticks off? Okay, so it took a small long here, and then doubled up on this break here. Okay, looking for 161.8%, 261.8% is 152.97. So that's the first level that I'm looking at for cable. Okay, its fifth wave if you're believing this to be an Elliott wave sequence. And fifth waves are a choppy wave, okay? Don't expect it to make a nice 1, 2, 3 up in perfect fibs. It's going to chop you around, and we might get a fifth wave extension, okay, to take us up to 78.6, which is here. But at the moment, I buy on pullbacks, okay? I'd look to this level, at the moment 161.35. I'd look to the touch off the 50 again. Here, I've got a descending trend line on my RSI. Okay, if I'm in a correction wave, which I knew this was, I knew it was an ABC, I then put a diagonal trend line onto my RSI. I'm looking at my 50, okay, but I'm also looking at a diagonal trend line. And when that diagonal trend line breaks, and it trades above 50, this is my filter, okay? This stops me going into silly trades. These sort of whippy trades here, never traded below 50, okay? So we get this crossover here. So we get a crossover of the 50 RSI, we get a crossover of our descending trend line, we get a bullish candle, bingo, off to the upside, okay? Any questions about cable? This stuff, see there's a Clayton in there, it's not a Mr. Stuart Clayton, is it? We have a pal called Stuart Clayton. Where do I see sterling? I thought that's what I've just been talking about for 10 minutes, max. I see it going up. Sorry, mate. Okay. I see it. Oh, change security. Down. No, buggered up my chart. Let's get rid of it. I'll get that one up. See it going up. Okay. This is a target level 1.453. Going into shorter time frames. I'd watch 163. Okay. So we'll push through at 163, 164, 61, possibly in an extension. Okay, euro dollar. Met that flag perfectly this morning. 64 was the top. Okay, it's actually hit 64 to the button. Closing prices, Gina. Okay, weekly. Decent 5-move leg down. Didn't really hold to fibs, etc., etc. 1, 2, 3 could be seen at 61.8% around here. Okay, 78.6% is here. Obviously 100% is here. Again, bullish candle started this second leg up. This was virtually a double high low close. Okay, breaks here, moves lower, drops around this level, then breaks, okay, above the 50, and pushes up. Depends what chart package you're using, Gino. Are you trading off American charts, European charts? All got different time frames. So here, indecision, choppy. Good chance to either try and do some intraday trades or to stand aside and try and protect your P&L. Because in here, it's well, as we know, it's very hard. Now there's obviously two possible sequences around here. Okay, this has been 1, 2, 3 on ABC. Sorry, I should say, and then obviously the push lower. At no point did I have a signal to go short of this pair. Okay, it broke my 15 EMA, but watch my 50, my filter. Okay, at no point did I break below 50 on the RSI. So I'm constantly looking at this consolidation period, and that's all she was. She was consolidating. A lot of uncertainty. What the Fed going to do, etc., etc., etc. And here, what we formed You'll have heard that a lot. But triangle formation, consolidation, flag, whatever you want it. This game will turn you completely bonkers, by the way. Flag formation, whatever you want to call it. Okay, consolidation, and it's a flag or it's a 4th-wave consolidation before the next leg lower. This is impulsive. Okay, no, never even came back to touch the 15. Okay, it's a strong move up, bouncing around consolidation. You're looking for a break to the upside, of which we got. Again, here we hold as support. We take out the previous candle. Okay, come back to test, and then away she goes. I'm wary of this level here at the moment. I'm wary of it because of the flag. I'm wary of it because it's 161.8%. So even though I think we're going to push higher towards 78.60, I am careful of this level. Okay, this 142.68 level. Taking it down to my hourly. Okay, let's get rid of the black one. Okay, this was a bullish formation. Okay, taking buy trades off the 50 break, and while we're trading above the EMAs. Okay, here was our break. We put on the Samurai Trader blog that after the break we will normally get a reversal back to test our breakout line. It was pit perfect. Okay, that was my signal to go long, just there yesterday morning. And of course we can see what's happened now. At no point did we trade under. Okay, we got a bounce here. Okay, we got a touch trade here. You didn't reverse. And this is the full flag. And this is what I'm saying. I just think it's a pullback, but it is a full flag target at 64. So I think she's probably just going to pull back a little bit and then push back up towards that 78.6% level, which is up here. Okay, on 44.48. Can't really get any fibs on here at the moment. I'm not seeing any sort of reversals around these levels to make me think that it's sitting to the fibs. Okay, so I think the pullback today, small. Nothing to suggest that we're going to get a trend reversal and then a push up towards 144.48. Okay. I think one important I don't even think it will get below this candle, to be perfectly honest. I don't think you'll see a move through 142, but it's just a case of buying on pullbacks. Watch this as well. Watch the RSI. I'm strongly bullish, so pullbacks to me are not just opportunities to go long, really. You want to look at shorter time frames, reversal candles, etc. Like I say, I mean, I'm just picking big pictures. I'm not really bothered about what it's doing around here. Even if I've got a big doji today, I'd have to see a move under here, 139.70, to consider getting out of this long position. Which might sound horrendous to some people, 500 points away. It all depends on where you got in as well, obviously. If you got in around here, it's not too bad. I think we need to look, and I use a combination of different currency pairs, and this is because I'm not trading off a 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, etc. I'm looking at long-term views. I can place trades, walk away, go and do something else, go and have some lunch, and not worry too much about the intraday noise. Okay, I'm looking to different different currency pairs to try and get a bias on some pairs as well, which is very, very important. Obviously, if I'm bullish in euro, then what about euro yen? Is dollar yen, you know, getting towards the base, etc. I think that's quite an important issue that you need to look at. Okay, here, just look at this 15 EMA. Okay, this is intervention. You can virtually scratch that off the board. Notice how it held the 62 as well, quite spooky really. Has she closed above the 15 EMA? No, not since this point here. This is June, okay? So in June the price was at 91.78. That's over 1,000 points to the downside. Still trading under the 50. The only chance we got a bounce was here, intervention. Okay. 80 is the line in the sand. 79.60 is the previous low. And by that we're going back to 1995. Okay. But what can you see here? This was impulsive. Okay. This whole move looks quite choppy. I'm not sure she's going to breach this level. She's going to get extremely close. But I'm not sure whether or not she's going to breach. But at the moment, I don't have any signals to go long. Okay. What I do have, I have a losing momentum, and I've had a test a couple of times to the upside. But at the moment, I'm still making lower lows. Okay. The moves upwards are looking pretty weak. I'm not getting a solid close really. I haven't broken above the 15. If I do get a break above the 15, then I'm looking to this level, okay, to 83.02, which is also going to happen to be that last support level, okay, there. But until I get it, I'm standing aside. And we've got the line in the sand as well, which is at 80, which a lot of, I think maybe a little bit, but Andre's just asking about intervention there. I think maybe a small amount of intervention again, but I think it's going to be technicals that take it up. It's obviously technicals that trade off. Like I say, this was around 161.8% if you can see it here. But because that was intervention, again, I've got to give it a little bit of, take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. And the reason why I'm showing you this and why I think it might be basing out is because I'm long as this pair in two lots now at different levels. It's because of this, okay? This is Euro Yen. Push up, 50 clip, okay, then corrected lower. She looks like she's going to take out the 50 this week, and what else is she going to take out? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks worth of trading, okay. Monthly candle is going to be very bullish. This candle was obviously very bullish, okay. Small correction, and then another monthly. 11,945 is the monthly level. So here, weekly, looking bullish, okay. Something else that we have here. The fibs weren't great. Sorry for the mess on my chart. I mean, it does look like the writings of a madman. But here, 1, 2, 3, 4, overlaid 1, which as far as Elliott waves is concerned, validates the count. But I'm not, it might look like I'm a mad Elliott wave enthusiast. I do use it, but what I'm really looking for is fib levels. And here, I've got 261.8%. Okay, this area here, September, August, September. If you go back to your weekly, August, September, okay, nice rejection candles, 3 of them in that case. And then she breaks the body. Remember I was saying about a body break? She breaks the body at 10,960 and then pushes higher. Not really looking at the EMAs too much on my weeklies, because otherwise I'd stay out of a trade too long. What I am looking for is I'm looking for candles to break, or I'm looking for confirmation or rejection candles. And notice here, okay, that 2 weeks ago, how we got that push through and a nice spike off the 15 EMA, but I still wasn't positive. So going back to the dailies, 261.8%, impulsive move up, corrective manner back down. What did we say about wave B earlier? We said the wave B will normally target 38.2%. 38.2%. Okay, I'm still not positive. I still haven't got confirmation that my trend has changed until here. I get a trend line break. I move above my 15 EMA. I crack my 50 RSI on this candle. Okay, and I get a decent close above, and that's my signal to go long. Now, on the 3rd of November in the morning, this is now my support level. It's now stops being resistance, and it's now support, and it's trading around 11,310. Okay, going back to here, this is my break. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm above the 50. Okay, comes back. Doji at the previous trend line was support. Sorry, was resistance, now support. I get a touch on the RSI. I didn't get in until the end of this candle. Okay, I bought here because I wanted to just see the 15 taken out after this doji. Okay, and the rest is pretty solid. Again, then breaking down to fib levels. I can see one here. Okay, but I actually think my first wave is starting here, because if I took my fib off this candle, that doesn't line up very well for me. Okay, and even if it does, okay, even if that is, sorry, so I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, or 1, 2, 3, 4. This is still 3, 4, whichever one you take it off. Okay, there's not a great deal of difference in these two, apart from this one retraces a bit better. Okay, and you can probably get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, some waves up in here. But whichever one it is, I'm taking this as 3, 4. Okay, then again, I've loaded back in this morning. I saw an engulfing green candle. Okay, it's a nice one as well. I think it's it's not just a body engulfing candle. I think it's a full trade spread. In other words, it takes out the spikes as well. Okay, I was quite lucky because by the time I actually got to look at it, I was right in the morning report, it had actually retraced to around here. I got in at 22, and that counts. That's including my spread, okay. And it's pushed up. So where do I expect it to pause or stop? Well, I've got my daily resistance here, okay, previous high, which is going to break as far as I'm concerned. And then I'm looking at my fibs, okay. So I'm looking here, off this first fib, or here off this second fib. And what I also try and do sometimes is just try and line up inside waves, just in case I get a pullback. I know what the pullback's for. I know it's just a little choppy wave in between. But at the moment, that's impulsive, that's corrective. Wave count's looking good. I want 11,626 to 11,670. And then I'm going back again to my daily chart, okay, 11,626, 11,670. So around here, okay, again 248 coming in at 660. Small pullback, and then another move up. If it is wave C, okay, then A and BC are made up of subwaves. Sometimes threes here, but most commonly fives, okay? So you get 5 up, retracement, and another 5 up, okay? So in other words, okay, let's use some arrows actually. Along those lines. But I'm looking for longs, okay? As long as I stay now above 11338, and I'm talking about a close above 11338, I'm looking for long positions. I've got a bullish view on my weekly, on my monthly, on my daily. I want to take longs on my hourly chart, okay? It's about trading with the trend. We want to keep in with the trend. And because of that, I see this around 50%. Let's go back, let's zoom it in a bit. Okay. Which is also around this last sort of trading, choppy trading area, or price zone as some traders call it. Okay. So it's looking ideal for a move up to there. Am I going to get a move up to there just purely based on euro strength? I don't think so. I think I'm going to get it. I'm going to get some euro strength. I'm going to get stock market, bit of a stock market push up. Stock market to push through their highs. But I'm also going to get it, I think, on a bit of yen weakness as well. But technical yen weakness, not necessarily intervention. Okay. Okay. Again, a beauty. Such a strong trend down. Really didn't give you many reasons to go long while she tanked. Okay. Here, bit of a no trade zone, but on the dailies I do take longs off the 15. Okay. What normally happens, okay, is she'll push through and then she'll come back. Okay, and it's the second push through that you really want to be looking at, because when she pushes through the second time, you'll normally get your break of the 50, okay, and that's confirming your bullish trend. Then what will happen, okay, not every time, it will come, hit the 62, okay, and that's your target area. So your 62 is your target area. There you should be out while you're inside to no trade zone once you've hit it. Okay, this was an engulfing daily candle. Let's just have a look at the weeklies on here. Okay, this was a warning sign, getting a full body engulfing here, but she's not closed and she's pulled back to around 61.8%. So now, I'm not long, but I'm not short. I'm looking for a push over this back over this EMA to start a sequence back up, even if it's an ABC. Okay, I don't think she's just going to come up and touch there and then tank and take out the lows. I might be wrong, but I have got a bullish bias on Euro Swiss as well, so I can have Euro dollar higher and dollar Swiss higher. Then into an hourly. Okay, and this is what's been posted on the again on the Samurai blog for a while. This nice up channel. Okay, did chop around a fair bit, but all the time that she's pushing up, we'll be looking for longs. Then it hits 62 EMA there. Okay, pushes aggressively lower. I'm looking for a three-wave sequence back. Okay, they're here. One correction flag. Third one takes you down to 61.8% or 96.07. Now, aggressive traders, and like I said, I'm not an aggressive trader. Okay, I just want to trade with a confirmed trend. Aggressive traders can start building longs here, but for me, I'm still under my EMA. I'm still under the RSI. Okay, I've got an engulfing green off 61.8%. So price action, like I said, if you're aggressive, you could look to go long there. What I'd prefer to see at least is a push through, a move back down, and a higher low with a confirmation above the 50 RSI to then take the trade up. There's nothing to me to confirm. You get suspicious that it's gonna push higher, but that to me is not enough to go long, because you could have looked at the 50. Okay, not as good, obviously the pullbacks overnight, but a doji move back up, breaks the body, etc., etc., etc. But she didn't confirm. She just kept on coming back down to the downside and took out 61.8, and also a full ABC sequence will take us down to 96.07. So I feel it's going to go up, but it's not confirmed yet. Let's have a look at Euro Swiss. The madness of the Euro Swiss. Okay, monthly 1 61.8%, 2 61.8%. Okay, fib levels, monthly candles. So I'm looking to around this level, 129.39. Okay, also happens to be oversold, but I'm not particularly bothered about that. So here, 129.39. Okay, weeklies. Again, it's telling you spike, spike, small spike. So you've got a lot of spikes around 129.39. You have to take note. Okay. It's also a big figure, 130. This candle here, this weekly candle, it takes out the body. Okay, it hasn't taken out the low of this candle, but it's an impulsive candle. Okay, and that's the week of the 13th of September, which is this week here. Okay, so again, note, pushes up, pushes through, hits the 62, it rejects, comes back down. This is the signal, this beauty here. Okay, it's off our support level. It's a touch on the 50. It's an engulfing green. From that point on, you want to be looking for longs. Again, another touch, breaks through, comes back, now solid support here. Okay, because you've got your two moving averages, comes up, doesn't break the high, consolidates around here. Again, if you've been reading any of the blogs, I actually put this in as a flag, or just a consolidation area. Said that we needed to see a breakout. And when I say a breakout, I'm talking about a daily breakout, and I'm not bothered about a spike through. Okay. Here, inside soldiers. Okay. Bodies. Decent green candle above the 50. Really want to be starting to look for longs. Okay, comes back, touches again the 15, and she moves up. Now what do I have? I've got a previous high Okay, and I've got the 248 now to contend with, but I still think we push up, and I think this is at least an ABC up to around this level, okay, 141.74. So it gives my euro dollar, again, room to breathe to the upside. It gives dollar Swiss room to breathe to the upside, or Swiss to weaken, and the euro to strengthen. And what normally happens as well, okay, is in times of boom or when stock markets rally, is the euro Swiss trade will push higher, which also coincides with euro yen, etc., etc., etc. So combining all the information that we have into one big picture to try and get a bias. You don't have to trade 12 currency pairs day in, day out. You don't have to trade any if you don't want to, but it's far easier to try and pick the best of the crop. And yes, basically, every time we get in trouble, they just give us cheaper money. No, nobody's saying that this 600 is going to be the end of it. Do I think that the UK is going to add in? No, I don't really. GDP figures look too good. Unemployment's not too bad. We had some house price index out this morning or overnight, looked quite good. US is in dire straits. I don't think we're anywhere near fundamentally. Might not look that good, but you don't see the supermarkets quite, do you? The pubs are still busy. Okay, any questions, guys? Because we're getting towards the end now. If you want to join this little Facebook chat room that I've put on, I've put my email address on the Samurai Trader blog. Okay, and just post me an email, and I'll put you into the chat. The beast. I'm so bullish on this pair. All my fib levels are perfect, and then we got a nasty 1 week. This is a flag formation. Okay, expected to break to the upside, but okay, what I think we have here, obviously this weekly is an engulfing weekly, bang off the trend line. This is support, okay, around 8600. This is how I see it. Whether or not I'm correct, I don't know, but it's in the no. It was in the no trade zone for me. I think basically what's going to happen is, and of course we've got this engulfing green that took us back up. So I think this is this line here. Obviously, until I get at top, I don't know where it's going to go to, but that's what I think is going to happen. And watch, because we've got this, we've got a very large red, engulfing body red off this candle here. But while it's chopping around inside, I'm just leaving it alone at the moment. I think she comes down. I think this is 5. I think she comes down in ABC to give that weekly engulfing candle a bit of power down towards 8500, and then a push up. Okay, guys, I've got to go now. Been informed by very nice Vicky. So take care. I hope it's been helpful, and good luck with your trading. Okay, bye for now.